Wildebeest is an inhabitant of the African savanna. They represent not only a rather numerous but very interesting species if we compare their exterior with the appearance of other inhabitants of the savanna. The exterior of these animals is quite unique, since the head and horns are comparable to the head and horns of a bull, and the mane is that of a horse. The body is comparable to that of a cow, the beard resembles the beard of a mountain goat, and the tail resembles that of a donkey. In fact, this animal is a species of antelope. The wildebeest is one of the most famous antelopes that live on our planet. The locals of the African continent call the wildebeest wild animal, and the word wildebeest is nothing more than the sound that these animals make. At least, those who gave the name to this animal thought so. Wildebeest are herbivorous ruminants belonging to the order of artiodactyl mammals and the family of bovids. The wildebeest has close relatives in the form of swamp antelope and congoni, which outwardly differ noticeably from each other. In nature, there are two species of wildebeest, which differ in color type: blue/striped and white-tailed. The white-tailed wildebeest is considered a fairly rare animal, and is found exclusively in nature reserves. Wildebeests are large animals, weighing up to 250 kilograms, while their height is almost 1.5 meters. The constitution is quite strong, and the limbs are relatively long and thin, which indicates the high endurance of these antelopes. This body structure creates the appearance of a disproportionately developed animal. Plus, the presence of a large bull's head, a goat's beard, and sharp horns bent to the top creates the impression that nature created this animal from what was at hand or from what was left. It should be noted that the voice of the antelope, which sounds in the vastness of the savanna, can be attributed to the category of a kind of mooing. That is why the wildebeest was identified in a special subfamily of cow antelopes. The main color of the coat depends on the species, therefore the blue wildebeest are distinguished by a dark gray or silver blue mane color, while there are transverse black stripes on the sides of the body. White-tailed wildebeests are black or brown in color, with the tip of the tail being pure white and the mane black and white. In appearance, these animals look more like horned horses than antelope. Wildebeests are capable of accelerating to a speed of about 70 km/h, and their behavior is as unpredictable and unique as their appearance. Observing the wildebeest grazing peacefully, it is difficult to assume that in just a fraction of a minute this animal can jump off the spot and run wherever the eyes look. At the same time, one should not think that the animal has noticed the lurking predator, since everything is much simpler, such as the wildebeest. The mood can also change quickly. Either the antelope peacefully nibbles the grass next to its fellows, then in the blink of an eye it becomes an implacable enemy in relation to its relatives, attacking them, kicking, butting and jumping. This rush of rage is usually unfounded. Wildebeests suffer from bouts of unmotivated aggression, so employees in zoos are especially vigilant so as not to suffer from an antelope, and not from a buffalo, for example. Wildebeests prefer to form herds of 1,000 individuals. Their social orientation allows them to survive in conditions when dangerous predators live nearby. Any of the members of the herd who notice the predator gives a sound signal, and then the herd in the blink of an eye rushes in different directions. When animals scatter, it disorients the predators, thereby gaining time. In extreme cases, when the question of life and death arises, the wildebeest defends itself using its horns and its limbs. If the animal is healthy and strong, then even lions do not risk attacking it, choosing weaker individuals or cubs. Each herd has its own territory, which is marked and guarded by the leader of the herd. When strangers appear on its territory, the antelope begins to express its displeasure, making characteristic frightening sounds. If there is no effect from this, the wildebeest